Hey guys, it's Chris from SurviveNnThrive. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to get your pace count and how to use it to navigate. Okay, for getting your pace count, what you're going to need is you're going to need some way of measuring out 100 meters or find something that you know is 100 meters long. If you have a local high school in the area and there's a track, that works great for a flat base. Also, you're going to need boots because you're going to need to be able to walk, and a pencil and a paper to write down your results. Okay guys, so I've marked out a 100-meter course through this area. It's pretty open. If you're going to do pace count, especially in the woods or something, you really don't want any obstacles or anything like trees in your way that you're going to have to walk around. It's going to throw off your pace count. We're going to go over different scenarios too where getting your pace count in different terrains will help make it a little more accurate. But you can't see my marker, it's pretty far out there. But I think you can see the big tree. There's the rock wall and then there's a tree right on the other side of it. It's a little past that. But I'm basically going to walk the 100 meters. So I'm just going to walk you through what you're doing. So when you do your pace count, you're only counting your steps on one leg. You're not counting every foot. So if I step with my left, I'm not going to count, if I'm using my left to take my pace count, I'm not going to count my right foot steps. So if I go left foot, that's 1. Then I step with my right. Then when my left foot hits the ground again, that's 2. So I'll show you this when I do it. I got my chest harness, so I'll make it a little. Okay guys, so right now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk out and keep track. I'm going to be using my right leg. I'm a right-legged person. If you're right-legged, usually you use your right leg to do your pace count. If you're left-legged, you usually use your left leg. It really doesn't matter. Just make sure that's the only leg you're counting for your steps. So when I do my pace count, I like to do it with gear. With my camping stuff I'd be carrying, because it's going to make my steps a little more accurate. Also, another tip when you're doing it, don't take wide strides. If you just walk your normal steps. Don't try to go faster, don't go slower. Just your normal walking pace is what you want. Okay guys, so I just got my 100 meters. My pace count was 63, which is really accurate for me because my normal pace count in 100 meters is between 61 and 65 paces. I was counting off my right leg. Now, my pace count it was slightly downhill, so that's why I got the 63 and not in the 65 range. Walking downhill, you're probably going to take a little wider step. So when you do your pace count, getting your flat base is good, but you also want to get your pace count in different terrains. If you do any kind of winter camping, which you should, you want to get your pace count in snow or with snowshoes on too, because that pace count is going to be completely different than if you're just walking like through the woods like I just was. Okay guys, so now that we got our pace count, we can keep track in our head if we want to, walking out to an area, so we know we have to walk 500 meters from this point that way to get to a river, or the river we want to get water from. So we know if we count out 63 paces, we've gone 100 meters, so that's 1. And once we count through those 63 paces 5 times, we know we've hit our destination, or generally where our destination is. Your pace count isn't going to be 100% scientifically accurate to the point, but it's going to give you a general idea of where you are. So if you have to walk 500 meters and say you walk 600-700 meters and you still haven't hit it, you might have gone the wrong direction. You know at that point you've overshot or possibly overshot your target or something like that. So it just helps to let you identify where you are about on your journey traveling across an area. Now something that helps really well, especially I like it because I don't have to constantly be thinking about it in my head, is a set of pacing beads. Now I'm going to be making a video on how to make your own little pacing beads, but this video is just going to show you how to use them. It's very simple. These bottom beads, you're going to have 9 beads on a standard set. It's going to have 9 beads on the bottom, 4 on the top, and it's going to represent, these bottom beads represent 100 meters walked, these top ones represent 1,000 meters walked. So every time you reach your pace count, so mine was 63, every time I reach a 63 pace count, I'm going to slide one of these down. That means I've walked 100 meters. Now I'm going to continue doing this for every time I walk 100 meters until I get all 9 of these down at the bottom. And once all 9 of these are down here, my next count, so my next 100 meters I walk, I'm going to move down the top bead. That's 1,000 meters. So now I know I walked 1,000 meters. Once you move this bead down, you want to move all 9 of these back up to the top. So mine are really tight so they don't fall on me, and we're going to leave that one there. Now every time you get all 9 of these down, you're going to move one of these down like that. So that's 2,000 meters walked, 3,000, 4,000, and then I know once I drop these 9 again, I've walked 5,000 meters. And I can reset. You can make pacing beads that have a larger quantity of beads on them for hiking if you do a lot of cross-country backpacking or anything like that. But this is just a standard set, and they're really simple to use, so I'll just reiterate that one more time. These bottom beads represent 100 meters, these top ones represent 1,000. Every time you do your pace count, 63 paces, and you reach your, well, for me, 63 paces, and you reach your 100 meter mark, you move one of those down. Once all of these have been moved down in this bottom knot, you're going to move a top one down and reset these to the top and just keep repeating that cycle. Alright guys, so that was a really simple instructional video on how to get your pace count. And also how to use pacing beads with your pace count. Now I'm just going to reiterate this again. As I said earlier in the video, when you're getting your pace count, make sure you get your pace count over different terrain features, or like hills, downhill, uphill. If you do a lot of mountain hiking and stuff, like through mountains and stuff, get your pace count going up one of those steep trails, crossing terrain like that. Also, if you do, or you get snow and stuff where you are, or you're in a desert area, or you're in both, make sure you're getting a pace count on sand, like soft sand, like maybe a beach, or also in snow conditions with snowshoes, without snowshoes. And also you'd have to redo your pace count with snow for uphill, downhill, because your pace count in the winter, walking through snow, is going to be completely different than your pace count in the summer, walking through the woods like I just did. Okay guys, so if you don't have a lot of woods in your area or anything like that, and maybe you get out on the weekends and you have to drive somewhere to go do it, you can do your pace count then. Or if you have, as I said before, like a local high school, I find this the easiest way for people to get a base count. If you have a local high school with a track, one of those stretches is 100 meters. Get your pace count on that, and that can be your baseline. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it helped some of you out, learn something. Go out there and get your pace count. Get your pace count on. Other than that, thanks for checking out my channel. Thanks for watching my videos. If you have any questions regarding getting your pace count, using pacing beads, anything like that, feel free to message me. My email's in the description below as always. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And other than that, hope to see you around.